Forensic report Philadelphia Deringer pistol, the assassination weapon of Abraham Lincoln. Case number 1865 AL01. Incident date April 14, 1865. Victim President Abraham Lincoln. Assailant John Wilkes Booth. Weapon Philadelphia Deringer, single-shot percussion pistol. Location of incident Ford's Theater, Washington, D.C. Location of weapon Ford's Theater National Historic Site Collection, Washington, D.C. 1. Overview of the incident. On the evening of April 14, 1865, President Abraham Lincoln was fatally shot by John Wilkes Booth while attending a performance of Our American Cousin at Ford's Theater. The shot was fired from a Philadelphia Deringer, a small single-shot pistol that Booth had concealed. The bullet struck Lincoln in the back of the head, resulting in his death the following day, April 15, 1865. 2. Description of the weapon. Make and model, Philadelphia Deringer. Caliber, .44 caliber. Type, single-shot percussion cap pistol. Manufacturer, Henry Deringer, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Serial number. No visible serial number, common for firearms of this era. Year of manufacture. Estimated mid-1850s to early 1860s. Barrel length. Approximately 2.5 inches. Overall length. Approximately 6 inches. Weight. Approximately 8 ounces. Material composition. Barrel iron. A stock walnut with checkered grip. Trigger guard and fittings, German silver. A hammer and percussion lock mechanism, iron. Trigger, iron, with a basic crescent shape typical of the Deringer style. 3. Detailed examination of the pistol. 3.1. Barrel. The barrel of the Philadelphia Deringer pistol is 2.5 inches long, made of iron and smoothbore, lacking rifling. It is designed for .44 caliber lead ball ammunition, which was commonly used in firearms of this size during the 19th century. The barrel exhibits mild corrosion consistent with the passage of time but remains intact and shows no signs of modern modifications. The gun was muzzle-loaded, meaning the user had to load the powder and lead ball manually through the front of the barrel, packing them down with a ramrod. This type of firearm could fire only one shot before requiring reloading. 3.2. Stock and grip. The pistol stock is made of walnut wood and has a checkered grip to enhance handling. Despite its compact size, the checkering was likely intended to improve control of the firearm during firing. The stock shows signs of minor wear, which is consistent with its age and use. No significant damage or repairs are visible. 3.3. Percussion cap and hammer mechanism. The pistol utilizes a percussion cap firing mechanism, a common system at the time. The hammer strikes a small percussion cap mounted on a nipple, igniting the gunpowder in the barrel. The hammer remains operational and shows signs of use, with a slightly worn surface where it made contact with the percussion caps. This area would have been heavily used in the years leading up to the assassination. The hammer is functional but shows some pitting due to corrosion over time, which is consistent with age and historical use. The percussion nipple is also intact but corroded. 3.4. Trigger mechanism. The trigger is crescent-shaped, made of iron, and shows no significant defects. The trigger guard is made of German silver, a type of alloy that resists tarnish and provides durability. This type of metal was commonly used in higher-end pistols of the era. There is slight wear on the trigger guard, but it is in generally good condition. The trigger pull is stiff, which is typical for firearms of this period. 3.5. Ammunition. The Philadelphia Deringer pistol was designed to fire .44 caliber lead round balls. The bullet that killed President Lincoln was later recovered from his brain during the autopsy. It was a soft lead ball, flattened and deformed from the impact. 4. Ballistics and forensic analysis of the shooting. 4.1. Firing range and impact. The assassination occurred at close range, with John Wilkes Booth firing the shot from behind Lincoln's head, while Lincoln was seated in a theater box. The muzzle of the pistol was likely positioned just a few inches from Lincoln's head, behind his left ear. The proximity of the shot ensured that the small .44 caliber bullet, despite being fired from a relatively low-powered pistol, was fatal. The bullet entered the back of Lincoln's head and lodged in his brain. The bullet's trajectory and the proximity of the shot were key factors in the immediate severity of the injury. The lack of rifling in the barrel meant that the lead ball did not spin as it traveled, resulting in a more unpredictable flight path. 4.2. Lethality of the weapon. Though the Philadelphia Deringer was a small, single-shot firearm, it was deadly in this case due to the combination of point-blank range. The extremely short distance maximized the velocity and impact force. The bullet type. The soft lead ball deformed on impact, causing significant internal damage to Lincoln's brain. A victim's position. Lincoln was seated, unaware of the incoming shot, with no opportunity to react. 5. Condition of the firearm. The gun has been preserved in relatively good condition considering its age and historical importance. Some parts of the pistol, particularly the metal components, exhibit minor corrosion due to the passage of time, but there are no major structural issues or damage. Efforts have been made by museum conservators to ensure that the firearm remains in its original state, with minimal interference in the form of restoration or repair. The gun is no longer functional, primarily due to its historical value and the sensitive nature of its preservation. 6. Historical significance. This Philadelphia Deringer pistol holds immense historical value as the weapon used in one of the most significant assassinations in American history. John Wilkes Booth's decision to use such a small, easily concealable weapon allowed him to carry out the assassination discreetly in the confined space of Ford's Theater. 7. In closing, the Philadelphia Deringer is a historically significant firearm, meticulously preserved as part of the Ford's Theater collection. Despite its small size and limited power, the weapon was devastating in its impact due to the circumstances of its use, leading to the death of President Abraham Lincoln. The gun remains an enduring artifact of one of the darkest moments in American history. Weapon status. Preserved, non-functional. Location of preservation. Ford's Theater National Historic Site, Washington, D.C. These films have been created to highlight the powerful features of Polyspeaks 4U, South Africa's leading accessibility software. Learn more at www.polyspeaks4u.co.za. We invite you to support this meaningful dyslexic initiative, crafted and developed by an individual who personally understands the challenges of dyslexia.